first glance, Bulletstorm comes off as the douchiest thing around. With all of its obnoxious dick jokes, toilet humor, and in-your-face bravado, Bulletstorm seems like it's compensating for something. It's a surprise then that Bulletstorm is actually kinda special. It's brash and rude, but Bulletstorm ends up a violently charming popcorn shooter. It helps that Bulletstorm looks great, full of the kinds of color and vibrance we don't see much in Unreal Engine 3 games. There's some fantastic lighting and huge set pieces that establish the world of Stygia as a resort planet gone wrong. In case that weren't obvious, from the giant man-eating plants and cannibal gangs roving the landscape, the constant screams of them being butchered should convince you.
Someone's cooking this stuff? Unbelievable.
Then there are the set pieces. Bulletstorm constantly aims to impress with enormous enemies and scenes of destruction, and it succeeds. This might be the title holder for biggest wheel of death in a video game. Meanwhile, some great orchestral music is punctuated by dialogue that will probably be love it or hate it.
I'm not interested in quantifying how much abuse your ass is built for.
If you can accept it for the tongue-in-cheek humor that it is, punctuated by self-referential bromance and disbelief at lines like "I'll kill your dick," then you'll probably have a lot of fun. Otherwise, maybe you'll want to turn the volume down.
You want to make out? Just two gruff, military-hardened dudes sitting in an elevator, snuggling out their woes in a totally hetero way.
The story has some standard revenge cliches, but the character relationships are actually interesting. Watching a main character that acknowledges how much blood he has on his hands and his quest to do one good thing really works. Unfortunately, the ending is a cheesy exercise in sequel bait, and the game suffers for it.
You scared the dick off me!
Bulletstorm's kill with skill mechanic revolves around an energy whip called the leash and, well, your foot up people's asses. Using the leash, or a standing or sliding kick, you'll knock enemies into the air in slow motion. From there, you'll kick, shoot, or direct them into various means of disposal. From the classic exploding barrel to heavy metal cacti to level-specific areas of unfortunate demise, half the fun in Bulletstorm is figuring out how you want your enemies to die. Bulletstorm mixes it up with different enemy types that might be immune to your leash or your kick, etc. Still, Bulletstorm can get a little tedious here and there. It runs out of new tricks and instead goes the "OMG, look at all the bad guys coming for you" route. Echoes mode, where you'll play through chunks of levels as fast as you can for as high a score as possible, is cool enough. The kill cool, kill fast motif has its charms, but without the story, the bits of gameplay lose some of their charm. It really made me wish that leaderboard scoring was in the campaign itself. There's also no competitive multiplayer in Bulletstorm. Instead, you get Anarchy mode. Anarchy sees 4 players forced to work together to kill waves of enemies for enough skill points to advance to the next wave. It's cool in theory, but the waves of enemies start to blur together, and several team skill shots just don't seem to work like they should.
Rise and shine, birthday bear!
Multiplayer failings notwithstanding, Bulletstorm shines as a single-player shooter. Despite its crass humor and wang-flinging bravado, it's got some real character and heart to it. I'm not happy about the story's sequel-bait belly flop of an ending, but I'm excited to see where it and Bulletstorm go next. For more on Bulletstorm, check out IGN.com.